Maria stood in the middle of a small, cozy living room, clutching her suitcase. The wooden floors creaked slightly as she shifted her weight nervously. She had dreamed of moving to New York for years, and now here she was, in apartment 101. She glanced around at the mismatched furniture and the large window overlooking the bustling city street below. "Hello?" a voice called out from the hallway. A tall guy with messy brown hair walked in, carrying a guitar case. "Hi, I'm Liam. You must be Maria." Maria smiled, relieved to hear a friendly tone. "Yes. Maria, from Brazil. Nice to meet you." "Nice to meet you too," Liam said, dropping his case near the couch. "Wow, this place is, cozy, right?" Maria chuckled. "Yes, cozy. Small, but nice." Before they could say more, the door creaked open again. A petite woman with glasses entered, balancing a stack of books. "Hi. Sorry I'm late. Is this apartment 101? "Yes." Maria replied quickly. "Are you May?" The woman nodded, adjusting her glasses. "Yes, May from China. It's great to meet you both." Liam extended his hand. "Liam, from Ireland. Welcome to the apartment." May shook his hand and then turned to Maria. "It's nice to meet you. You're from Brazil." "Yes," Maria confirmed. "I hope we can, how do you say, help each other with English?" Liam laughed. "Looks like we're all in the same boat. My accent might confuse you both, though." The three of them laughed, easing some of the initial tension. Maria gestured toward the small kitchen at the back of the apartment. "I think we should talk rules. Cleaning. Cooking." "Good idea," May agreed. "We need to decide, how to share everything." As they sat down around the tiny dining table, their conversation stumbled along in a mix of laughter, pauses, and moments of confusion. "Okay, one rule," Liam began. "No loud music after, what? 9 at night?" Maria nodded. "Yes, no loud music. But maybe, sometimes, small party." Liam raised an eyebrow but smiled. "Fair enough." May took out a notebook. "I'll write this down. Rule number 1, no loud music after 9. Rule number 2, small parties are okay sometimes." Maria clapped her hands lightly. "Good. And cleaning?" The discussion continued, with each person contributing ideas in their own way. The language barrier created a few awkward moments, but by the end of their conversation, they were already beginning to feel like a team. The day ended with Maria unpacking her things in her small but charming bedroom. As she placed a photo of her family on the nightstand, she felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. This was just the beginning of her journey in New York, and she knew there would be challenges ahead. But for now, she was happy to have met her new roommates and to take the first step toward improving her English. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the large window in the living room, casting a warm glow on the apartment. Maria woke up feeling optimistic. She decided to cook breakfast for herself, something simple, a pot of instant noodles. She headed to the small kitchen, still a bit sleepy, and stared at the instructions on the back of the package. Boil water. Stir occasionally, she muttered to herself, furrowing her brow. She could read the words but wasn't entirely sure what they meant in practice. As she pulled out a pot and filled it with water, Liam walked into the kitchen, rubbing his eyes and yawning. He spotted Maria staring at the stove with a puzzled expression. "Morning," he greeted, leaning against the counter. "What's up?" Maria turned to him, holding the noodle package. "Liam, can you help me?" "What is boil water?" Liam grinned. "Ah, boiling water. Easy. It just means heating the water until you see bubbles." Maria tilted her head. "Bubbles?" Liam nodded, pointing to the stove. "Yeah, like this. Turn on the stove, wait a few minutes, and you'll see." Maria followed his instructions, twisting the knob on the stove until the gas flame appeared. She placed the pot carefully on top. "Okay, now wait." "Exactly," Liam said. "Once it starts bubbling, that's when you add the noodles." Maria smiled, feeling a bit more confident. "Thank you. This is my first time cooking in a new country." "No problem," Liam replied. "And don't worry, we'll figure out this English thing together." As the water began to bubble, May entered the kitchen holding a grocery bag. She glanced at the pot and smiled. "Good morning. Are you cooking?" "Yes," Maria said proudly. "Noodles. Liam helped me." "Great," May said, opening the fridge to store her groceries. After a moment, she paused and looked around. Where is the fridge?" Maria laughed and pointed to the small refrigerator next to the counter. "Here." "Oh, I didn't see it," May said, laughing along. "In my home, the fridge is bigger." Liam chimed in, "Yeah, welcome to New York apartments. Everything's tiny." May began unpacking her groceries while Maria stirred her noodles. "What do you call this in English?" May asked, holding up a small container. Liam peered over. "That's yogurt." "Yogurt," May repeated slowly. "And this?" "Milk," Liam replied. You'll see it on cereal boxes all the time. Milk, May echoed, placing it in the fridge. I'm learning so much already. As the noodles finished cooking, Maria drained the water carefully with Liam's guidance. She divided the noodles into 2 bowls and offered one to Liam. Here. Thank you for helping me. Thanks. Liam said, accepting the bowl. You didn't have to, though. May, now sitting at the dining table, looked over. That smells good. Maybe next time, you can teach me how to make it. Of course. Maria said enthusiastically. It's easy. First, you, boil water. She grinned, proud of her new knowledge. The 3 laughed and shared a simple breakfast together, chatting about their plans for the day. Though their English wasn't perfect, they managed to understand one another through gestures, patience, and a shared desire to communicate. Later that day, Maria decided to clean up the kitchen while May and Liam rested in the living room. She noticed a few labels on cabinets written in English. Plates, cups, spices. She read them out loud to herself, trying to commit the words to memory. Hearing her, May walked in with her notebook. Do you want to write down new words? I'm keeping a list. Maria nodded. Yes. Words for kitchen. What is this? She asked, pointing to a spatula. Spatula, May said, writing it down. And this is a ladle. Ladle, Maria repeated slowly, adding it to her own mental list. This is good practice. In the living room, Liam overheard their conversation and called out, Hey, what's the word for the big spoon? Ladle. Maria and May said in unison, laughing. Liam popped his head into the kitchen. All right, looks like you two are learning faster than me. What's next? Maybe we should label everything in the apartment, May suggested. It will help us remember. That's actually a great idea, Liam said. Let's start with the kitchen. The trio spent the afternoon putting small sticky notes on various items around the apartment. By the end of the day, their fridge, microwave, and even the toaster had labels. Maria stood back, admiring their work. This is fun. And I think it will help. It's already helping, Liam said, pointing at a label. I just learned that sink is not the same as stink. Good to know. They all burst into laughter, enjoying the light-hearted moment. Despite their differences, the 3 were already forming a bond, united by their shared goal of learning English and making Apartment 101 feel like home. That evening, after a day filled with sticky notes and laughter, the 3 roommates settled into the living room. The city's evening lights flickered through the window, casting a soft glow on their cozy space. Maria sat cross-legged on the floor, May took her spot on the armchair, and Liam stretched out on the couch with his guitar nearby. "So," Liam said, clapping his hands together, "what should we do tonight? Any ideas?" Maria tilted her head thoughtfully. "Maybe watch movie." May's eyes lit up. "Yes. I love movies. But what movie should we watch?" Liam smirked. "Good question. How do we pick one?" Maria furrowed her brow, thinking for a moment before saying, "I like, love stories." "Romance?" May smiled. "I like comedy. Something funny." Liam rolled his eyes playfully. "Ugh, come on. Let's watch an action movie. Something with explosions." Maria giggled. "Explosions? That is too loud." Okay, Liam said, sitting up. "Let's vote. Romance, comedy, or action?" "May, what's your pick?" May thought for a second. "Comedy." Maria raised her hand. "Romance." Liam groaned dramatically. "Fine, I'll be the tiebreaker. Let's see what's on the streaming app." He grabbed the remote and began scrolling through the options. As Liam navigated the app, May leaned forward curiously. "What is thriller?" she asked, pointing at a movie title. Liam paused. "Oh, a thriller is like a scary, exciting movie. Lots of suspense." Maria nodded slowly. "Like horror?" "Not exactly," Liam explained. "Horror is more about being scared. Thriller is more about mystery and action." "Oh, I see," May said. "What about this one?" She pointed to a comedy listed on the screen. Liam read the title aloud. "The Funny Neighbor." Looks all right. What do you think, Maria?" Maria tilted her head, reading the description. "It's about neighbors. Like us." Liam chuckled. "Kind of. It says it's about two neighbors who keep playing pranks on each other." "That sounds fun," May said. "Let's watch it." Liam pressed play, and the movie began. The opening scene showed a man struggling to carry a heavy box up a flight of stairs, only to have his mischievous neighbor dump water on him from above. Maria and May laughed instantly. "Why is he doing that?" Maria asked, confused but amused. "It's a prank," Liam explained. "He's trying to be funny." Maria repeated the word. "Prank, like joke." "Exactly," Liam said. "But usually, a prank is more physical, like a trick." As the movie continued, the three roommates paused occasionally to ask or explain phrases. In one scene, the neighbor angrily shouted, "You'll regret this." Maria looked puzzled. "What is regret?" "It means to feel bad about something later," May offered. "Like, if you eat too much candy, you regret it." "Ah, I understand," Maria said, smiling. "Like when I eat too many sweets." Liam laughed. "Exactly." By the middle of the movie, the roommates were fully immersed. A scene showed the neighbors having a heated argument. "Neighbor 1, you're such a troublemaker." "Neighbor 2, and you're a pain in the neck." Maria paused the movie. "What is pain in the neck? Is it bad?" Liam grinned. "It's not about real pain. It's an expression. It means someone is annoying." Maria repeated the phrase slowly. "Pain in the neck. Like, my brother. He is, how do you say, annoying." May giggled. "Yes, exactly. My little cousin is a pain in the neck too." The movie resumed, and the three continued to laugh at the antics of the quirky neighbors. At one point, May turned to Maria. "Your English is getting better already." Maria smiled shyly. "Really? Thank you. Watching this is helping." As the credits rolled, Liam stretched his arms and yawned. "All right, that was better than I expected." "Good choice, May." "Thanks," May said, looking pleased. "I think we all learned something tonight." Maria nodded. "Yes. I learned prank, regret, and pain in the neck. And don't forget thriller," Liam added. "You'll sound like a movie expert in no time." Maria laughed. "Thank you, both of you. Watching movies is fun, but also learning." Liam gave her a thumbs up. "Exactly. That's the best way to learn, by having fun." As they cleaned up the living room and prepared to head to bed, May looked at her notebook, where she had jotted down some of the new words from the movie. "Tomorrow, we should try learning new words again. Maybe while cooking." "Good idea," Maria agreed. "We can cook together." Liam grinned. "All right, but no romance movies tomorrow, okay?" Maria playfully threw a pillow at him. "We'll see." The three laughed, their bond growing stronger with each passing moment. Despite their different backgrounds, they were finding common ground and helping each other learn, one small step at a time. The next morning, the apartment buzzed with activity as each roommate started their day. Liam was sprawled on the couch, strumming his guitar, while May sat at the dining table with her laptop open, typing furiously. Maria emerged from her room, tying her hair into a messy bun. "Morning, everyone," she greeted cheerfully. "Morning," May replied without looking up, focused on her screen. Liam mumbled a response, distracted by his guitar. Maria walked to the kitchen, opening a cabinet in search of a mug. She spotted a sticky note on one of the shelves, "Cups." Smiling, she grabbed one and poured herself some coffee. As she sipped, she glanced at Liam. "You play guitar every morning?" Liam smirked. "Not every morning. Just when I'm inspired." Maria chuckled. "It sounds nice. What song is that?" "It's something I'm working on," Liam said, strumming a few more chords. "But I need to record it. Problem is, the Wi-Fi here is so slow." Maria furrowed her brow. "Wi-Fi slow. Maybe May can help." May looked up from her laptop. "What's the problem with the Wi-Fi?" "I can't connect my laptop properly," Liam explained. "It keeps cutting out." May walked over, taking his laptop. "Let me see." "Okay, go to settings." "Wait, where's that?" Liam interrupted, squinting at the screen. May pointed to an icon. "Here. Click on this. Then find Wi-Fi." Maria leaned in, curious. "Wi-Fi is like internet." "Yes," May confirmed. "Wi-Fi is wireless internet. You need to connect to the right network." Liam scratched his head. "All right, but what's the password?" "I've tried everything." Maria laughed. "Password is on the fridge." She gestured to a note taped to the door, clearly labeled Wi-Fi password. "Why didn't anyone tell me that before?" Liam exclaimed, walking to the fridge. As Liam sorted out his connection issues, Maria decided to check her phone. She opened a food delivery app and stared at the menu options. "I want to order lunch," she muttered, "but I don't understand everything." May walked over, curious. "What's the problem?" "Here," Maria said, pointing at her screen. "What is side dish?" May smiled. "A side dish is like extra food. Like fries or salad." Maria nodded slowly. "Ah, okay. And what is combo?" "A combo is when you order food together," Liam chimed in, overhearing the conversation. "Like a burger, fries, and a drink." "Combo is together," Maria repeated, making a mental note. She selected a meal and hit the order button. "Done. Thank you for helping." "No problem," May said. "Ordering food is a good way to practice English. You read, and you learn." A little later, May returned to her laptop while Maria began organizing the kitchen. She held up a container and called out, "What is this in English?" Liam glanced over. "That's a container." "Container," Maria repeated, writing it down in her notebook. And this? She held up a bottle of olive oil. Bottle, Liam said. That one's easy. Maria grinned. I am learning so many words today. May joined in, pointing to the stove. And this is called a burner. On a stove, we use burners to cook. Burner, Maria said slowly. And this? She held up a frying pan. Frying pan, Liam said, walking over. Okay, now quiz time. What do we call this? He pointed at a ladle hanging from the wall. Maria thought for a moment before answering confidently, ladle. Liam clapped his hands. She's getting good. As the day went on, each roommate faced their own small challenges. May needed to send an important email but struggled with phrasing it properly. She asked for help. Maria, does this sound okay? Please find attached the document. Maria read the sentence aloud, then nodded. Yes, that sounds very professional. May smiled. Thank you. Writing emails in English is hard sometimes. Meanwhile, Liam battled with assembling a new bookshelf he'd bought. The instructions were entirely in English, and the diagrams weren't much help. All right, what does aligned mean? He called out. Maria looked over. Align? It's like, put in straight line. Exactly, May confirmed, walking over to assist. Here, let me help you. Together, they figured out the assembly, laughing at their mistakes along the way. By the evening, the roommates regrouped in the living room to relax. Maria brought out her notebook. I wrote so many new words today. Burner, container, combo. I feel like my English is growing. You're doing great, Liam said encouragingly. The more you practice, the easier it gets. May nodded. Yes, and we're helping each other. I learned a new word too. Align. Liam laughed. And I learned where the Wi-Fi password is. The three shared a laugh, reflecting on how much they'd accomplished in a single day. Though the challenges were small, each one brought an opportunity to learn and grow. As they prepared to wind down, Maria smiled at her roommates. Thank you for helping me today. Every day, I feel more, how do you say, confident. That's the word, Liam said. Confident. And you should be. Maria beamed. Then tomorrow, we can learn more. Of course, May said. Let's make it a goal. With that, the three headed to their rooms, ready for another day in Apartment 101. The challenges of learning English together were turning into a journey of friendship and shared success. The next afternoon, the energy in Apartment 101 was electric. Maria was bustling around the kitchen, gathering snacks, while Liam was setting up his speaker in the living room. May sat at the table with her notebook, organizing a checklist for their first apartment party. "Okay," May began, tapping her pen on the notebook. "We need snacks, drinks, music, and maybe decorations." Maria nodded enthusiastically. "Yes, decorations. Something simple but nice." Liam groaned, plugging in the speaker. "Do we really need decorations? Isn't the music enough?" "Music is good," May said, "but decorations make it, how do you say, special." "Okay, fine," Liam relented. "What do you want to use for decorations?" Maria pointed to a drawer. "We have, balloons." May grinned. "Balloons are perfect. Let's blow them up and put them around." Liam rolled his eyes but grabbed a balloon. "All right, let's do it." As they prepared the apartment, May looked up from her notebook. "Who are we inviting?" Liam shrugged. "Our neighbors, I guess. Maybe some friends from work." Maria hesitated. "I don't know, how do you invite people in English?" "It's easy," May said. "You say, 'Hi, we're having a party. Would you like to come?'" Maria repeated the phrase slowly. "Hi, we're having a party. Would you like to come?" "Perfect," Liam said. "All right, let's practice. I'll pretend to be a neighbor." "Knock, knock." He mimicked knocking on the door. Maria giggled. "Hi, we're having a party. Would you like to come?" "Great job," Liam said. "Now you're ready." The roommates decided to split up and invite their neighbors. Maria knocked on the door across the hall and was greeted by an older woman with a kind smile. "Hi," Maria began nervously. "We're having a party, would you like to come?" The woman chuckled. "That sounds lovely. What time?" Maria blinked, realizing she hadn't prepared for this question. 7. "Perfect," the woman said. "I'll see you then." Maria returned to the apartment beaming. "I did it," she announced. "I invited someone." May clapped. "Good job, Maria. Who did you invite?" "The woman across the hall," Maria replied. She said, "Perfect." Liam laughed. "She said it's perfect. That's a good sign." As 7 p.m. approached, the apartment looked festive with balloons, a few streamers, and snacks laid out on the dining table. The speaker played upbeat music, and the three roommates stood by the door, nervously awaiting their guests. The first knock came, and Liam opened the door to a group of neighbors. "Welcome," he said. "Come in, make yourselves at home." Maria greeted each guest with a smile, practicing her English. Hello. Thank you for coming. May offered snacks and drinks, using phrases she'd practiced earlier. Would you like a drink? We have soda and juice. The guests mingled, chatting with the roommates. Maria found herself in a conversation with a young man who asked, "Where are you from?" "I'm from Brazil," Maria replied confidently. "And you?" "Canada," he said. "Are you enjoying New York?" "Yes," Maria said. "It's very exciting. But also different." "That's great," he said. "Your English is really good." Maria blushed. "Thank you. I'm still learning." Meanwhile, May was talking to a group of neighbors about her studies. One of them asked, "What are you studying?" "Engineering," May replied. "It's hard, but I like it." Another neighbor nodded. "That's impressive. What kind of engineering?" "Mechanical," May said, smiling. "It's a lot of math." The conversation continued, and May felt proud of how much her English had improved. Liam, on the other hand, was holding court near the music. He had brought out his guitar and started playing a lively tune. A small group gathered around him, clapping along. "You're really good," someone said. "Thanks," Liam replied. "It's just a hobby." The music brought everyone together, and soon, the apartment was filled with laughter and conversation. The roommates exchanged glances, silently celebrating the success of their first party. As the evening wound down, Maria, May, and Liam sat on the couch, exhausted but happy. "That was amazing," Maria said. "I talked to so many people." "Me too," May added. "And everyone was so nice." Liam grinned. "See? I told you parties are a good idea." Maria nodded. "I learned new words too. Like, mingle." "What is mingle?" May explained, mingle means to move around and talk to different people. "Ah, mingle," Maria repeated. "I like that word." The three laughed, reflecting on the night. Despite their initial nervousness, they had successfully hosted a party and made connections with their neighbors. More importantly, they had practiced their English in real, meaningful conversations. As they cleaned up the apartment, Maria turned to her roommates. "Thank you for tonight. I feel very proud." "You should be," Liam said. "We all did great." May nodded. "Yes. And next time, it will be even better." With that, the three finished tidying up and headed to bed, ready for whatever challenges and opportunities tomorrow might bring. The morning after the party, apartment 101 was unusually quiet. The sunlight filtered through the window, illuminating the remnants of the previous night, empty cups, a few balloons, and a stray streamer hanging from a chair. Maria emerged from her room, still in her pajamas, and surveyed the living room with a small smile. May was already seated at the dining table, sipping tea and reviewing her notes from the party. She looked up and waved. "Good morning, Maria. Did you sleep well?" Maria nodded, stretching. "Yes, but I'm still tired. The party was, how do you say, so fun." May smiled. "Yes, it was. I think we all learned a lot too." Just then, Liam stumbled out of his room, his hair sticking up in all directions. "Morning," he mumbled, flopping onto the couch. Maria laughed. "Liam, you look very sleepy." "I feel it," Liam replied with a yawn. "But it was worth it. Last night was amazing." The three roommates gathered around the table, sharing stories from the party. Maria opened her notebook and pointed to a new list of words she'd written down. "Okay," Maria began, "I learned mingle, snack, and compliment." "What is compliment?" May explained, "A compliment is when someone says something nice about you. Like, your dress is pretty." Maria nodded. "Ah, yes. Someone said, your English is good. That is a compliment." "Exactly," May said. "And they were right. Your English is getting much better." Maria beamed. "Thank you." Liam leaned back in his chair, smirking. "I learned a new phrase too. Someone called me the life of the party." "What does that mean?" May giggled. "It means you made the party fun. You were the most exciting person there." "Of course I was," Liam said, grinning. "It's the guitar." Maria rolled her eyes playfully. "Maybe next time, I will play music. Then I will be life of the party." Liam laughed. "Deal." As they continued to talk, the roommates reflected on how much they had grown since moving into apartment 101. May looked around the room, her expression thoughtful. "You know, when I first came here, I was scared. My English was not good. But now, I feel more confident." Maria nodded in agreement. "Me too. Every day, I feel like I learn something new. Even when it's hard, I keep trying." Liam smiled. "Same here. I thought I'd be teaching you both, but I've learned a lot too. Like, where the Wi-Fi password is." They all laughed, the sound filling the apartment with warmth. Maria leaned forward, her voice serious but hopeful. "I think we are, how do you say, a good team." "Yes," May agreed. "We help each other." That's the best way to learn. Liam raised his coffee mug. Here's to Apartment 101, the best place to learn English and make friends. Maria and May raised their mugs in response, smiling. To Apartment 101. As the day stretched ahead, the three roommates began tidying up the apartment, chatting about their plans for the week. The challenges of learning English were still there, but they no longer felt overwhelming. Together, they had created a space where mistakes were part of the process, and every small victory was worth celebrating. With laughter echoing through the walls, Apartment 101 felt like more than just a place to live, it was home.